You got so much good things from the freshman class last year on special teams. From what you say, do you expect the same thing kind of this year?
Well, thank you. I think that's your way of giving me a compliment a little bit. I appreciate it. You know, you never know, obviously, what exactly you have. And we're in the process right now of figuring out exactly what those guys are capable of doing and trying to get them in the right spot. That's my job as a special teams coordinator. I have to understand the personnel better than any coach on our staff, with maybe the exception of the head coach. And I got to be able to put guys in the right spot on both sides of the ball. So I'm in the process of evaluating those guys right now and trying to see who fits in what position and who can do what for us on the team as a whole.
Is it even harder because you got so many guys to look at as opposed to a position coach who's got 4 or 5 guys at a position?
Again, that's my job. That's what they pay me here to do here at Auburn. Is to do that. I mean, you look at the NFL, that's what special teams coordinators are doing. I mean, their head coaches lean on their special teams coordinators for the depth of their team, and we kind of run our program pretty similar in terms of how Coach Chiswick gives me the freedom of trying to identify guys, and then we get together and collaborate on it and try to put them in the right spot. So it's just what I do. That's my job. That's what they pay me for.
Those coverage teams, those 4 or 5 guys, I mean, they're important. I mean, we saw Demetrius play that role last year, Greg Sanders and Eric Smith. You already have some guys in mind? It seems like a special kid's got to be there.
To me, the whole unit itself, a lot of people didn't know this. Emory Blake led our team in tackles. We talk about Demetrius, we talk about, Craig Sanders and all that, but Emory Blake led the team in tackles on special forces. And so, I mean, there's a guy that, wasn't always there making that big spectacular play, but he made a lot of tackles. And
what spot did he play?
He was one of our perimeter players. He was our R2. He was our right 2, and he made a lot of tackles for us. And then he's on our punt team too, so he made a lot of tackles on that. So though we're trying to replace those guys. You can't use the same group of guys that you used last year, but some of them will be able to use in maybe a different capacity.
How's Spartan punt the ball?
Better today, much better today. So we're in the process of getting him right back to where he was in the spring, toward the end there, and he was better today. He looked like a Division I punter today. He's just kind of up and down, and that's part of it when you're young. Some days you hit some good ones, and some days you'll come out and shake a couple, and we got to get those shanks out of them. So that's what we're trying to do.
How about the kickers?
I've been very pleased with Cody. I said this last spring, and I'm saying it now. I mean he's got tremendous height on the ball. He's got a strong leg. He's doing a really good job in both areas at kicking off the ball and field goals. I think he made all of them today. So when you go 8 for 8, and he went 7 to 8 the other day, and the one that he missed was the holder gave him the laces. So that wasn't really his fault. So I mean he's hitting the ball really well.
Gene was saying yesterday, like 35 of the guys in here right now are walk-ons and low scholarship numbers. Does that kind of reinforce the importance of a strong walk-on program in a year like this when the scholarship numbers are low?
You always want a strong walk-on program because those guys are provide you with some depth on your team. Especially if you can find a couple guys that help your team out. That maybe some of us missed. We've been having some walk-ons play for us since I've been here. We had more than I cared to talk about my first year, but some of those guys carried right over and played for us the second year, and nobody knew that they were still out there because they were solid guys and solid contributors. So you always want a strong class of walk-ons. That's always important. Coach Chiswick has always emphasized that with us as a staff to make sure we do a good job of evaluating guys as we see them in camps and this, that, and the other, and hopefully inviting them to walk on down the road.
Special teams obviously played a really big role in what happened last season, and it was obvious to everybody, and I'm sure to everybody on the team. Does that make playing on special teams maybe something that's a little more popular to do, something that people want to do a little more?
It does. It really does. That's a very intelligent question, because the more important it is to the kids, obviously the better chance you have of having a great unit. We call it we fence. I know you hear Coach Troop say it a bunch. You know, we actually got that terminology from one of the guys in the league that I visited with a couple years back, and it's really important to our guys, because you're right. I mean, they knew it. We told them at the beginning of the year last year that in order for us to go from good to great, we had to be a whole lot better in that room in a lot of areas, so that we can handle some of those, you know, great returners that you face in this league, whether it's LSU, Alabama, Georgia, you know, I mean, everybody seemed to have one. Kentucky, I mean, everybody seemed to have one. And we didn't do a very good job the first year covering kicks. And coincidentally, last year, we did a phenomenal job. You know, we were 9th and 16th in the country on punt and kickoff coverage, respectively. And you just really can't ask for anything better than that.
When you're looking for, you know, guys to fill in those special forces teams, gunners, guys like that, I mean, what sort of mentality are you looking for? What sort of, I guess, traits make it good? You know?
Well, we hope that we recruit everybody that does this, but we look for effort guys. You know, you got to have effort. As long as you play with a tremendous amount of effort, we'll teach you the technique. I mean, you know, it's playing special teams. The first part of it is just going out there and just playing with heart. You know, playing the Auburn way. You know, work hard, work. And the second part of it is, you know, is my job to teach you how to play with the right technique. And you know, if you can give me effort, I'll teach you to play with technique. That's all I ask for. Is guys that have 100, you know, go 110 miles per hour in everything that they do.
How are the young H-back tight ends doing?
They're doing well. You know, we're in the process of hopefully developing more depth than we've had there since I've been here. You know, that three-back position, as we call it, is kind of, you know, a tight end slash H-back type deal, and we got guys doing both tight end and H-back, and those guys are doing a good job for us so far. I feel like at this point that we're better technically right now than we've been in the last 2 years that I've been here, and we need that to happen in this room. I mean, we need those guys to really step forward and contribute in a big way, because that can make us stronger in an area that people aren't counting on us to be strong. And that's what everybody has to do. Somebody has to raise their level of play in a bunch of different areas of this team in order for us to get to where we want to be.
Yeah, Eric Smith last year. Eric Smith last year was just kind of an eliminator. He went after defensive ends or whoever you sent him after, and he knocked him out. I mean, are you looking for a guy like that this year, or you have to change it around a little bit?
Well,
so you're talking about Lutzenkircher playing there. And
yeah, I don't know how much knocking out we did last year. There was some big guys playing that we were playing against, and we were really undersized at that position last year. And I didn't really, you know, as a whole, I didn't feel like we played very well technically. You know, we had some toughness there, which is a whole different part of it. You know, if you don't have the toughness and you have technique, you can struggle. If you have technique and toughness, you could be really stinking good, and that's kind of where we're trying to go with it right now. We put it both together.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you.